everyone, how are you doing? Joe Marin here for MobileCupOfJoe.com. In this episode of Mobile Cup of Joe, I'm going to be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 on Verizon Wireless. Now the Note 2 is a 5.5-inch phablet packing in a 720p HD screen along with quad-core processors, 2 GB of RAM, an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera which is capable of recording 1080p Full HD video, Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, Pen Stylus, and more, all packed in to this device right here. Been really excited to finally get the Galaxy Note 2 here, ready to unbox and review. Been waiting to get this device in here pretty much ever since we started Mobile Cup of Joe. So, as I'm sure you can tell, I'm very, very excited to finally get the chance to review this puppy right now. But before we can put up our review, we gotta put up the unboxing video, so let's go ahead and dive into this bad boy right here and right now. But before we go any further, please go ahead and grab that coffee cup, fill it up, read over, and sit on down. Take a swig for Mobile Cup of Joe.
Alright, before I get too far in this unboxing video, I'd like to give a big thank you and shout out to our friends over at Verizon for hooking us up with the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 and other awesome Verizon products. It's because of companies like Verizon Wireless that make Mobile Cup of Joe possible by sending us their products and allowing us to unbox and review them for you guys, our fans. So big thanks to Verizon Wireless for the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, and let's go ahead and get started with this unboxing video. So on the front of the box, it's very plain, very white. You have your Samsung Galaxy Note 2 logo right here. Actually very excited to get my hands on the device. I've messed around with it a little bit at stores like Best Buy, but you don't really get the full effect there because they've got those horrendous security things attached to the back of the devices. So I'm extremely excited to get my hands on this device. I feel like a little schoolgirl in a candy shop right now unboxing this thing. So we got a drum roll going, and voila, that is the behemoth of a smartphone right there. That is a Samsung Galaxy Note 2, ladies and gents. And my God, that is a freaking big phone. Holy word that doesn't rhyme with hit. That's one large phone right there. So let's go ahead and see what else we got in the box before we dive into the Note 2. Here it looks like we've got our AC wall outlet adapter. And diving more into the packaging, we've got our unpackaged micro USB to full USB syncing / charging cable. And here we have our Verizon Wireless Start Here guide for the Galaxy Note 2. And it looks like that's all the packaging we have here for the Note 2. Very light, considering the giant screen on the phone, so not too much to go right home about, however that saying goes, with the Note 2's packaging. So let's go ahead and try to power the device on, and I think I saw the notification light already pop up. So yep, the device is on, must have turned on its way being sent over to us. We're going to go ahead and pull it off just for a second so you guys can't see the phone number for the phone, so you're not calling us consistently while we got the device. And looks like we are in the setup wizard. Let's go ahead and return to the wizard. I've always imagined that setup wizard is like, what's a wizard from Harry Potter? Like Harry Potter or something? Not sure. Always reminds me of that. On the top, you got your light sensors and your Samsung logo. And at the bottom, you have your physical home button. And you got your capacitive menu button and back button. And on that home button, you've got that infamous Verizon logo. Because Verizon is set to slap their logo anywhere they can on their products. You have a 5.5-inch screen on the front with a pixel resolution of 1280 by 720p HD. On the back, you have an 8-megapixel camera with LED flash, Verizon logo, 4G LTE logo, Galaxy Note 2 logo, and a speaker grill. I wonder how many logos there are on this device. And on the bottom, you have your micro USB syncing / charging port and one of your 2 microphone pinholes. Going up top, you have your 3.5mm headphone jack and your second microphone pinhole. On the left is your volume rocker. And going on to the right of the handset, we have our physical power / lock button. So let's go ahead and skip this because they don't have any other email clients aside from Google. Let's go ahead and choose all of the location settings so the internet and the world and Samsung and Verizon can know where we are at all times of the day. And yes, you've got Google. Let's go ahead and set that up, and we're going to go ahead and log into that and bring the device back once we are done. All right, so we have the device all set up with Google, and everything is ready to go on the Galaxy Note 2, ready to dive into this puppy and see all the features that she's packing into her. So we've got these little quick start guides, slamped all over the device. We're going to back out of those. And let's go into our settings and go all the way down to About Phone to confirm what version of Android you are running. Right here out of the box, you are running Android version 4.1.1 Jelly Bean, although there is an upgrade available from Verizon to upgrade the device to 4.1.2 Jelly Bean, which is the latest version of 4.1 Jelly Bean. So there is no word currently on 4.2 Jelly Bean being brought to the device, but you still have Project Butter and then expandable notifications in Google Now, all those Project Butter goodies on the device, although it's a little saddening to not see actually the latest version of Android. So you've got a bit of pre-installed apps on the Note 2. You have Amazon All Share Play, Amazon Kindle, Amazon MP3, Audible. You've got, what else? Groupcast, Keys Air, IMDb. You've got Mobile Hotspot, My Verizon Mobile, NFL Mobile, Paper Artist. You've got Polaris Office 4.0. You've got Viewdini here. You've got Verizon's voicemail, VPN client, VZ Navigator, and Zappos. So you have a good deal of pre-installed bloatware on the device. And going to widgets, you see that we have a pretty good deal, too, of third-party widgets and Samsung widgets, along with the stock Android widgets. And sliding all the way to one of your application pages, you get this nice effect right there showing you that you are at the end of that page. So it's nice to see those little hidden effects on the Note 2. And sliding out from the bottom of the Note 2 will reveal the very famous S Pen, which is actually one of the biggest selling points for the Note 2. Really, what the biggest selling point it's got going for it, aside from that giant 5.5-inch screen. So not sure if you can see it right now, but when you hover the S Pen over the screen, just a very, very not too far away from the screen, you get this little cursor that you can see right there. You should be able to see that. That's moving along on the screen. You don't have to touch the screen of the Note 2 with the S Pen to reveal this. Just got to hover it slightly over the screen, and you can perform certain actions actually with the S Pen without actually touching the screen of the Note 2. Now, you still have to physically touch the screen either with a finger or the S Pen to slide through your home pages or play applications, but you can do things like browse the web or go through your gallery without actually having to touch your screen. You can browse the web and do other things by just hovering the S Pen over the screen of the Note 2, which is very cool. Absolutely very, very cool. So let's go ahead and go into S Note, Samsung's note-taking feature for the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. And it seems like the handwriting recognition on the Note 2 is actually pretty accurate. Now, my handwriting looks like absolute crap, but not really all that used yet to writing with styluses on devices like this. But what's really cool about the Note 2 and the S Pen is that the thickness or the thinness of the pen streaks for your notes is all determined on the pressure you place on the screen. So if you do a very, very light swipe on the screen with the S Pen, you're going to get a very thin pen line. But if you press down on the screen with the S Pen, it's going to be very thick, just as it would be if you're pressing down or not on a piece of paper with an ink pen, which is very cool. I think that Samsung is able to integrate this such great technology and handwriting and note-taking technology on the Note 2. Really, really cool. It seems like I'm going to really like this feature and aspect of the device. So let's go ahead and go into our applications, and let's see if we can find let's go in our gallery for a minute. And this is how your photos are displayed right here. Let's go back. I was going to try to show you the video player on here because you're going to skip through certain parts of your video on the Note 2, but I don't think there's any pre-installed on here. So let's go ahead and go into S-Voice. And S-Voice is essentially Samsung's answer to Siri on the Apple iPhone and iPad products. We're not going to test it out in the unboxing video. We'll go to a more in-depth look at that in our video review, or maybe a separate video, but it really does seem to be really cool. Really looking forward to testing out S-Voice and seeing how it compares to Siri or Google Now. So that is about all we're going to show you right now for the Galaxy Note 2. Again, really, really excited to dive into this device. I know we didn't really go into a lot of the features of it. Again, still kind of lost with the device. I haven't really got a lot of chances to really go into all of its features, but I am very, very excited to see what this thing can do in its full potential. So before we leave this video, just going to show you a quick size comparison of the Note 2's display to something like the LG Lucid 2, which if we can find it, we've got it somewhere around here. We should be putting it on the screen in just a minute. Here we go. We got the LG Lucid 2 right here. This device has a 4.3-inch screen. This is the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 with its 5.5-inch screen, just so you can kind of get an idea of how it compares. Again, the Lucid 2 has a 4.3-inch screen, Note 2 has a 5.5-inch screen. You can actually see that you can fit the entirety of the Lucid 2's body just into the screen portion of the Note 2, which is pretty incredible. And just want to give you kind of an idea of how big this device really is. I personally love the big size screens, but I know they're not for everyone. And that's about all the time we have for this episode of Mobile Cup of Joe. Please feel free to leave your thoughts about the device in the comments below, and that's all the time we have. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Like the video if you liked it, and I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. We're on all the social networking sites, and don't forget to check us out at www.mobilecupofjoe.com for the latest tech news. I'm Joe Martin from mobilecupofjoe.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.